Hey polished friends! Here's a tutorial on how I achieved these beach nails using Maniology's June Mani and Me box. I'll also show you how to reverse stamp and how to isolate an image. Keep watching, I'll show you. For the images, I used Maniology's MXM 034 and MXM 033 plates, found in the June Maniology Mani and Me subscription box. I hear they're sold out, but hopefully they'll come back soon, and they'll probably sell out again, so keep an eye out. When shopping Maniology, don't forget to use my code ALWAYS10 for 10% off your purchase. To achieve the sand color, I used Cirque Colors Madison, and to achieve the watercolor, I used Orly's Far Out. I'll have all the stamping polishes and reverse stamping polishes listed in the description box below. My left hand is grown out just enough to stamp on again, and I've suited up with a base coat, so let's get started. Because this mani is so intricate, I'm going to show each finger one at a time. Here I'm applying my base color of Madison to my pinky nail, and even though it's a lighter color, I only have to apply 2 coats. Because I'm reverse stamping, I apply a coat of Maniology's Sticky base coat. It makes it a lot easier. I choose this image for the pinky, but I can't leave it blank, so I'm gonna reverse stamp and color it in. I start out normal by picking up the image. And if you're unfamiliar with reverse stamping, that's literally all it is coloring in an image. You may also hear it be called advanced stamping. Using a dotting tool, but you can also use a brush. I color in parts of the umbrella white. I keep wanting to call it a parasol. As you can see, my dotting tool is not small enough, and I'm kind of outside the lines. But as you'll see, that doesn't make much of a difference. Though for a clean image, it is best to stay inside the lines. Now I move on to the chair, and it's a lot easier to stay inside the lines here. I think if I would have used a thin brush, this would have come out a little bit better. Now that the white's dry, I go in with some red to make some contrast for the umbrella. Now here's the important part. We have to wait until this is dry. You can blow on it to kind of help it along, but if you don't wait long enough, those colors will smush when you stamp and they'll go all over. You think I'm outside the lines now, it'll be even worse. This is why the sticky base coat is so helpful, because dry polish doesn't stick to dry polish, but dry polish will stick to a sticky base coat. As you can see, the whole image won't fit on my nail, but that's okay, it still looks cute as a partial image. Coming up, I have some issue with the image sticking, or at least I thought I did, so I just kind of rock the stamper gently until I know the image is securely on my nail. Alright, I'm going to slow us way down here so I can tell you a really important part. I can't just remove my liquid latex here and hope for a clean image. The part of the umbrella that's on my nail has to be separated from the umbrella that's on the liquid latex with a cleanup brush, or else it'll all be ruined. Here's the finished look. You can see where staying in the lines with the white would have looked a little bit neater, but it still looks really cool. My ring finger is going to have both the beach and the water in it. So I do 2 coats of Madison as the base color, and then I go in and paint half the nail with Far Out from Orly. It's always better to put the darker color over the lighter color so it shows up better, and so that's what I did here. And I forgot to film how we got here, but I'll show it on the index finger. Sorry. I added a little shark by isolating an image, but I'll show that on the index finger as well. My middle finger is the ocean part of the gradient, so I painted it completely blue. This is again Far Out from Orly. I do 2 coats and I just regular stamp these sharks And this is where I got the other shark from. But I'll show you how I isolated him when I get to my index finger. Sharks aren't my thing or anything, but I was really excited to use this image. I knew that when I did this mani, I was definitely going to use this image. I felt like I could do more with this nail, but I also didn't want to ruin it by overcomplicating it, so I don't know. My index finger is identical to my ring finger, except I filmed this one. Here I am adding the ocean, and this doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be a straight line. As you saw, my ring finger wasn't a straight line, and neither is this one. I didn't need to, but I added a sticky base coat, but I didn't wait for the polish to dry, so it's smudged. But that's okay because I go back in and I fix it here. So no worries if you make mistakes. They're always fixable for the most part. So here's the part that we missed on my ring finger, but it's just some basic stamping. Now with this image though, I do need to line up my lines, which you'll kind of see here, except I'm a little selfish with the view. But I do find an area where it lines up perfectly so that the blue isn't like over the tan. All right, let's isolate an image. I'm gonna pick up this image just like normal, and then I take a piece of tape and just kind of clean up the sharks that I don't want or don't need. Yep, got a little selfish here again. But as you can see, I'm choosing that larger shark, and on my ring finger I chose a smaller shark, but I wish I would have stuck with a smaller shark because I just don't think the larger shark looked right. I think it's like a depth perception thing. It's like he's right there. I don't know. I think the smaller shark just looked better. And to tie in the gradient, here's the thumb. It's also a beach. The sign didn't come out great because that red is a little too dark, but it's a beach sign pointing to the rest of the mani with a little conch shell. I thought it was cute. Here's the mani all together, and I am in love. Even though the reverse stamping had more detail, I think the ring finger and the index finger are my favorites. How about you guys? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. It helps me grow. And once I grow to 1,000 subscribers, I'll be giving away a Mani and Me subscription box every month. I'll see you next time.